You know that feeling, right? When you're just drowning in a sea of tasks, deadlines, and a million sticky notes. Well, today, we're diving into a case study of a project that was built to conquer that exact chaos. We're going to explore how a really simple visual idea grew into a full-blown, advanced Kanban platform, a seriously impressive tool for bringing order to any project you can think of. So, how did they do it? Well, our journey today is going to start with the problem itself, that project chaos we all know too well. Then we'll look at the brilliant framework they chose to bring in some clarity. We'll take a deep dive inside the actual digital board, peek under the hood at the tech that makes it all run, and finally, see how it all comes together to create a truly professional platform.
All right, first up, let's talk about something that pretty much every single one of us has dealt with, project chaos. It doesn't matter if you're planning a weekend trip or launching a new app, that complexity can get, well, overwhelming, fast.
And yep, that's the feeling, a tangled mess. So the mission here wasn't just about making another to-do list app. No, it was about creating a visual command center, a single place where you can see everything at a glance and finally feel like you're in control.
Okay, so we've got the problem, chaos. What's the solution? Well, the team behind this whole project turned to a time-tested, super visual framework that's all about bringing clarity to even the most complex workflows.
And that's where Kanban comes in. Now, if you haven't heard of it, it's this incredibly powerful way of working that's all about visualizing your workflow. Think of it less like a list and more like a highway for your tasks. It lets you see the entire journey from idea all the way to done, spot any traffic jams, and just keep everything flowing smoothly.
And this is exactly why Kanban is so effective. It really boils down to these three things. First, visibility. No more guessing games about who's working on what. Second, efficiency. It actually encourages you to finish tasks before you start new ones, which is a total game changer for productivity. And finally, adaptability. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal. You can tweak it and tune it to perfectly match whatever your unique workflow is.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's see how this project actually brings Kanban to life. We're going inside the digital board now to see how these principles were turned into a really practical and powerful tool.
You know, first impressions matter, and this platform absolutely nails it. The design is so clean and intuitive, which is key, right? A cluttered tool just adds more chaos. And I love this. You can choose between a light and a dark theme. It's a small touch for sure, but it shows they're really thinking about the user and making the tool feel like it's yours.
And getting started is just incredibly simple. You make a board for your project, you add columns that actually match your real-life process, maybe to do, in progress, review, and then you just start adding your task cards. And the best part? That super satisfying drag and drop as you move tasks closer to the finish line. It's a surprisingly great motivator.
So this here is your command center. It's built to handle everything you're juggling at once. You can have one board for your main work project, another for your personal goals, and maybe a third for that side hustle you're planning. Everything's kept separate, organized, and super easy to find.
And this is the heart of the whole platform. The board view is where all the magic happens. In just one single glance, you see the entire landscape of your project. You know what's on track, what might be stuck, and who might need a hand. This is that visibility we were talking about, and it's what stops those nasty surprises and keeps projects from going off the rails.
But the big picture is only half the story. The real power here is in the little details. So let's zoom in on a single card, because these things are way more than just digital sticky notes. Each one is basically a mini project all on its own.
Just look at all the info you can pack into one of these cards. You've got tags to see what's what, deadlines, checklists for all the little subtasks, and plenty of space for detailed notes. This is what really elevates the whole platform. You're not just tracking what needs to get done. You have a single source of truth for how it gets done.
So how in the world do you build something that feels this smooth, this fast, and has so many features? Well, you need a really solid foundation. Let's take a quick peek under the hood at the technology that makes all of this possible. The team made some really smart choices here. For the front end, that's everything you see and interact with, they used modern tools like React.js. That's what makes the drag and drop feel so snappy and the whole app feels so responsive. And on the back end, they're using Firebase, which is a super powerful platform from Google. That means this thing is built on a foundation that's secure, reliable, and can easily grow as more and more people start using it.
So what happens when you combine a really clear vision for solving a real-world problem with a powerful, modern tech stack? You get something that's much more than just a project. You get a true platform, a tool that's ready for some serious work.
And it's these final touches that really make it feel like a professional tool. Multi-language support for teams all over the world, an easy Google login so you don't have to remember yet another password, and, this is a big one, data export. You actually own your data, and you can take it with you whenever you want. That's the sign of a mature platform that really respects its users.
And in today's world, this is just non-negotiable, right? The platform is fully responsive. That means it works flawlessly whether you're on a big desktop monitor, a tablet, or on your phone. You can manage your projects from anywhere without losing a single feature. Your work is always with you.
And honestly, here's the best part. This isn't just some concept or a prototype. It's a real, live platform that you can go and use right now. This whole case study is basically an invitation. You can head over to kanban.bkappy.com, sign in, and start organizing your own chaos today. It's just a fantastic example of a project that was taken all the way from an idea to a full public launch.
You know, this case study is such a powerful reminder that the right tools, they do more than just help you manage tasks. They create the mental space you need for your best ideas to really grow. So I'll just leave you with this question. What amazing thing could you build if you had a perfectly clear view of the path from idea to done?